I'm Donna Blanchard, and this is your ThinkTech Daily News for Monday, May 4th, 2015. The government of Nepal is asking foreign search and rescue teams to leave now that the likelihood of finding survivors buried in the rubble of the April 25th earthquake is quite low. Some rescuers, including a large Spanish team, are staying. The Minister for Information and Communications, Manendra Rajal, said that they are asking the essential teams to stay. Many of the rescue teams refused to take part in the task of recovering dead bodies from the piles of rubble in Kathmandu. Those teams are no longer needed, and the decision to excuse those teams frees up space and resources for those who are essential. Also in Nepal today, a group of experienced Sherpas told the government that the Sherpa community has neither the time nor the inclination to do the necessary repairs before the weather turns later this month. This makes climbing Mount Everest impossible this season. Israel's Foreign Minister Avigdor Lieberman announced today that he will not join Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's next government, calling the coalition being formed opportunist and not nationalist. Mr. Lieberman is an ultra-nationalist who has called for beheading terrorists and transferring Arab citizens to Palestinian territory. Mr. Netanyahu has until Wednesday to build his coalition, but Mr. Lieberman's lack of support leaves him with a very narrow majority in parliament, unless he is able to form a unity government with the center-left Zionist Union. Mr. Lieberman's Yisrael Beitenu party won 6 seats in the March 17th election. That party wants to see an expansion of the Jewish settlements in the occupied West Bank and East Jerusalem, the passage of the nationality bill, which emphasizes Israel's Jewish character, and the removal of the Islamist Hamas from the Gaza Strip. The exit of Mr. Lieberman and an alliance with the Zionist Union would better position Mr. Netanyahu and Israel within the international community. In Syria, the conflict, which began with protests against President Bashar al-Assad and became a war 4 years ago, has been heating up lately. Insurgents are making new gains in the north and south, with the government stepping up bombing campaigns in insurgent-held districts in the northern cities of Aleppo and Idlib and in the Damascus suburbs. Today, al-Qaeda's Syria affiliate, the Nusra Front, has tweeted that it takes responsibility for an attack in Damascus in which one of the opposition fighters blew himself up and the others were killed by security forces. This happened near the suburb of Barza, where insurgents and government forces have largely maintained a locally agreed upon ceasefire for more than a year. Further details on that are not yet available. McDonald's new CEO, Steve Easterbrook, is working on solutions to the problem that the largest fast food chain is simply dropping out of fashion. He says he's planning some smart operational changes, including organizing regions by types of franchises rather than drawing geographic lines, cost-cutting, and drawing excitement to the brand. We shall see, Mr. Easterbrook. Donna Blanchard, ThinkTech Daily News. Ahui ho.